Good morning, everyone. May 20th, 2020, day number 38. And if you like records, we're about to break them in Project 2020. Before we begin, thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed to the channel. And also, my goal is to be at 300 by the end of the month. I need just 11 more people so I can reach my goal at the end of May. So if you're not subscribed, please hit that button. Now, let's get back to Project 2020. So here we are. We're barely 2 months into this journey. It's going to take us another 320 cards to go and many, many months. And Topps has dropped the hammer. And the hammer is simple. Derek Jeter and Mark McGwire on the same day. Obviously, the Mark McGwire hype is real right now. His rookie cards are through the roof. And Blake Jamieson just dropped his card today, which is the 85 and 87 inspired card. Along with Theo dropping his Jeter, which has about 5, to me it looks like 5 different images in the card itself. They both look fantastic, and I think we're about to just completely shatter records when it comes to Project 2020. We have never had a day so far in the first 2 months where we've had 2 cards over 10,000 printed. The earliest or the closest we came was 71 Henderson, which had about 15,000 or just over 15,000 printed. And the Mariano Rivera, which fell just under 10,000. That was about 9,500. So we had a close day about 10 cards ago, but now we're about to obliterate all of the records. Now, I don't know if these are going to touch the Trout, which had 35,000 printed, which is number 1. But these two are going to be the first 2 that we see both printed over 10,000, 15,000. Could possibly both of them be over 20,000. I don't know. That might be a stretch, but this is going to test us, and this is going to show the true sort of staying power and the stamina of this product. Secondly here, they pushed Ben Baller back to Friday. I think he had a card reading his Twitter the other day. He was ready for Wednesday or Thursday or something. I think he was going to be today also with Jameson, but they pushed him to Friday. So I'll be curious to see what card is paired with him on Friday. It might be a lower print one, or one that maybe they're not as excited about, or one that maybe they want to draw some interest to. But this is the day, and it's going to be very, very exciting to see what happens in a couple of days when these print runs are announced. I mean, could we see 50,000 printed of these cards in the next 2 days or purchase? I don't know. All I know is, for me as a pre-seller of these, I went in and threw up my McGwires last night at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So on the East Coast, it's 3 in the morning. Everyone should be sleeping. By the time I woke up at 6 in the morning, all 30 were gone. Within 6 hours, all 30 were gone. This is now my number 1 pre-order so far, and I'm keeping my pre-orders very low. I'm not trying to be the best. I actually kind of raised the prices a little bit. I removed a little bit of the discount just to help me out on the back end, since I'm selling these for a little bit of a loss on the front end. But all 30 were gone. I went ahead and listed the Jeter before it was announced by Topps, about 45 minutes. And I started filming this about 9:15 in the morning Pacific time, so right when they were announced on Topps.com. And I already sold 16 of them. So 50% of my allocation is now gone of the Jeters, and my McGwires have been gone since 6 this morning. So the demand for these is incredible, and so I'm very, very excited to see what happens with these 2 cards. But it begs the question, with print runs on these 2 cards about to be extreme, where is the runway for us to flip these in the short term? Let's dive into that right now. So my whole goal with Project 2020 from the flip game perspective is how quick and easy can these flips be made. Now, when I'm buying these individual, I'm always buying 10 extra of a card. So the first 5 or 6 I purchased, I just bought myself straight out. Now I've been doing pre-orders and then buying extras on top of that. But my thought process is always, how fast can I flip 5 of them to make my money back on all 10? So then I can sit on the other 5 or the other 3 and wait it out and see where the numbers end up. For example, last night I just listed up my number 65 Gooden. They're going for about $50 right now. I also listed up my 61 Ichiro for about $80. I think the buy now price is right around $70, $75. And then card 62, which is my Maze, and I think that's at $59.99. No, sorry, that's at $49.99 right now. So both of the Ichiro and the Maze are just 20 cards to go, and we're seeing prices at 50 and about 80 bucks for these. Secondly, here, the Gooden is now 15 cards to go, and we're already seeing prices over $50. Does that happen with the McGwire and the Jeter? I don't think it happens in 20 cards. When you look at the bin baller Mike Trout, the number one print card right now, it's been out now for over 30 cards. So that's card 51. We're now into 81 and 82, I believe. It's only now selling at $30. The runway, I think, for these cards is a lot shorter the higher the higher the print run becomes. And that's just because there's more supply out there. Obviously, supply and demand, that's the very, very basic discussion here and why these print runs are the way they are. But I think if you're looking to flip these easily, it's going to take a little more time. So I would probably caution you of buying too many of extras of these, or maybe just buying 10 or 5 or something like that. Keep your buying low just because there's going to be so many more out there, and it's going to take another extra 20 cards for these really to go up in price. What I would do, though, is take some of that money and look at some cards that are already out. While everybody's attention is on these 2 cards and buying these, there's going to be some great buying opportunities on the back end of the first 50 cards that are in people's hands. And as I said yesterday, focus in on the cards that are already out and that are live. And I am sorry to disappoint here. I am going to give 0 buying recommendations. I'm going to tell you what I purchased, and I've only purchased the 2 cards to flip, the Gwyn Natural and then the Old Man of Land Koufax. I think those 2 are really good buys. I do like Natural. I like his style. He's sort of my second favorite artist when it comes to the 20. Obviously, Grotesque is number 1. But use the numbers, use the print runs. Look at what artists have made what cards. If an artist is a low print run right now, average, and they haven't really produced one of the big cards, or maybe they produce all maybe the lower print run athletes, wait till their cards explode on a bigger athlete. What could those do? What could happen to those prices on those cards that may be a lower print run? Look, we thought 2 weeks ago, a month ago, 3,000 was a big print run. Now we're looking at 5,000-6,000 could be a low print run. We are in uncharted waters. We are understanding the demand from the art community for these, the artists, fans. This is all new to us in the sports card community, so have fun with it. But take a look at things from a different perspective. And while everyone is focused on Jeter, everyone's focused on McGwire, why don't you go behind them, find some cards that are out there right now, and flip them in the short term while people are focused on these 2 cards. So with that, guys, enjoy the next couple of days. We've got 2 fantastic cards right now. We've got a fantastic bin baller coming out on Friday for the weekend. This is going to be a super exciting time for Project 2020. I can't wait to see what comes out this week and the print run numbers. So have fun collecting, have fun flipping 2020, and I will see you all tomorrow morning.